I think this was a great shoe from Nike that they brought out last year, and this model is just a bit more of a refined version. Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. Hope you're doing well. Last night I went down to the Watford Wednesdays and raced the 3K, and yeah, overall it went really well. I was a bit disappointed looking back at it now that I was put into the B race. Ended up winning the B race, which is great, and still managed to run a 2-second PB, but I was hoping to be in that A race and sort of get pulled round by the quicker boys to a bigger PB maybe, but never mind. I know for next time that when you write your time that you're predicted to run on the sort of things, the website that seeds you, basically, you have to add about 10 seconds on to what you actually think you're going to run to make sure you're going to get into the right race. But after track races, I always get a little bit of tightness in the calves, so it's a perfect time to be trying out some new products from Pulse Roll. They've kindly sent out a massage gun, and the product I'm most excited for is this vibrating foam roller. If you've watched my videos for a little while now, you'll know I'm much more of a foam roller than a massage gun guy, if that's the thing. So yeah, I'm going to give these a try this morning to kickstart that recovery from yesterday's track race. I've also got the Nike Invincible 2s in for review, which is what this video will be about today. I'm going to take them out for a bit of a longer run this morning and see how they fare. So if you want to pick those up, then I'll leave a link down below to ProDirect. These guys kindly sent them out to me for the purpose of review. So if you can do me a favour, if you're planning on buying the Invincible 2, buy them through ProDirect, and I get a 3% kickback on all purchases made on the website. So yeah, it just helps continue to make these YouTube videos. But yeah, I'm going to give these a go now and let you know how I get on. So yeah, this is the first time I've used this product, so I'm not quite sure how it works. It's vibrating now. I wonder if there's any settings. Let's see. Oh yeah, the 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wow, that is incredible. Spinning around. So yeah, 5 settings. We'll try it on the lower settings first and see how we get on with it. But yeah, I've been wanting this vibrating foam roller for a little while now. Also, this is the first time I've filmed out in the garden. We live next to quite a busy main road, so let me know in the comments, is it okay filming wise out here, or is there still quite a lot of background noise? But let's give this a go. So first impressions of this guy, nice and firm, which I quite like in a foam roller. Sometimes the softer ones I find you can't quite get into the muscles as well. But yeah, this one's quite a firm foam roller. It is quite heavy, which is probably the only downside. It makes it a little bit less portable. But yeah, easily adjustable with those different settings there. But yeah, I can already tell this is going to be a game changer for me. So thank you very much, Pulse Roll. So I'm out on my run in the Nike Invincible 2s, going for a little bit of a longer effort today. Not quite sure how long yet. It's very warm, it's about 21, 22 degrees already this morning. Should have got out a little bit earlier, and we'll try and do that a bit more moving forward, especially as we get into the real hot weather here in the UK. I think we've got 33 degrees
tomorrow, which is, yeah, nuts. It's going to be the hottest day of the year, so need to get up and do that nice and early. Just some advice about doing a long run straight after a race. For me personally, it's something I can do, especially after a shorter race. For me, 3k is the shortest I tend to race. But the only thing I would say about the long run is just take it very, very easy. There's no pushing the pace today, just taking in the scenery, enjoying the run, getting the miles in, because I'm conscious this week will be a very low mileage week if I don't do the long run today. Just the way things have worked out with races and family plans and stuff like that. So yeah, I think around somewhere between 20 and 30 kilometers this morning in the Nike Invincibles will be a good test for the shoe. And when we get back, I'll give you my first impressions on these crazy Zoom X beasts. It is so warm today, having to keep the pace nice and easy, which is a good thing, especially after yesterday's race. Don't want to be overcooking it. I'm looking forward to that. Cool, big pint of water when I get in. It's been sweltering this morning. But yeah, thinking back to yesterday's race, the 3k. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. It's got some good footage. Thanks to Philly's boyfriend Dan and Cole running, getting some good shots on my camera, so yeah, appreciate that again. But yeah, the race went really well. Took out the first K in about 2:53, which yeah is a good speed for me. Would like to have gone through in maybe 2:50 to give myself a chance of getting a bit closer to that 8:30, but being in the B race I was keen to get it moving. And then a young lad, can't remember his first name now, something Ruby, he took on the pace, which was great, kept it honest, and then the next few K were pretty much bang on the pace. I was going to take the pace on again, basically let him have some laps and then jump back in, but decided just to test the tactics. Sat in second all the way, and the thing I'm probably most proud of about the race is I didn't let any gaps appear. There are definitely points in the race where I could sort of feel my form going a little bit, biomechanics, a little bit of fatigue kicking in, but yeah, kept it together, didn't let the gaps appear, and then just kicked on with 100 to go to take the win. And yeah, 2-second PB as well, which was great news. Definitely made going down to Watford worth it. And like I said earlier, hopefully next time I can get into that A race and get pulled around to a fast time, but good to get the experience down there in Watford. Coming up to 10-mile mark, just gone past 10 miles in the Invincibles. They are an incredible shoe, there's no doubt about it. The difference between version 1 and version 2 is very minimal, but that being said, they are an incredible shoe, and definitely one I'm going to be getting a lot of miles in now over the next few months. So yeah, like I said, get them down below. ProDirect gives me 3%, just helps continue making these videos, which I absolutely love doing and hope you get a lot from as well. So yeah, thanks in advance if you choose to shop through ProDirect over the next few months.
So I'm back from my run in the Nike Invincible 2s. I took them on a long run this morning, nice easy pace at around 4:50 per kilometre, and yeah, just clicked over the half marathon distance. I ran about 14 kilometers in them yesterday and then 21 kilometers today, so I feel like I've done enough running now to share with you my first impressions. Before I do that, let's go into some of the specifications of this shoe. So you've got a 9mm drop, exactly the same as the first iteration. I personally have gone half a size down. I prefer a bit more of a snug fit in that toe box. but other runners, I was speaking to Cole, he goes true to size. He's also tried this shoe out, so yeah, true to size. Maybe you want to go half size down if you prefer more of a snug fit. In my UK 7.5, so yeah, gone half size down, it weighs 272 grams, which is around the same weight as the previous one. I would have liked to have seen it maybe get a little bit lighter. The midsole is full Nike Zoom X, which is their most responsive foam. Yeah, the whole midsole is made from that material. There's no plate or anything in this shoe like they do in their racing shoe options, but it still has that same soft, bouncy feeling, which is great for an easy day shoe in my opinion. And then the upper, a nice Flyknit upper. You get a really good secure lockdown, and that padded tongue. I feel like this is going to suit a lot of different types of feet and foot strikes, and you can get quite a good lockdown straight out of the box. Moving on to the changes in this shoe compared to the previous model. So what I can see is it's only the upper that has changed. The tongue here I noticed is slightly wider on the top, especially around the top of the tongue. I just find that helps with the tongue sitting better on top of the foot. I got a better lockdown than I did in the previous version. The lacing system has changed slightly, so these eyelets are now reinforced, and the actual laces itself are slightly thicker than the previous ones, but they are still the same length. I've seen a few people complaining about the length of the laces, and I would agree they are on the short side, but I've left the shoe tied up there so you can see it's not too short for me, but then again I do have sort of a skinnier foot, I guess, than some. So if you've got a wider foot, maybe that length of laces will become an issue for you. The heel has been slightly changed here. These sort of glide rails go up the shoe a little bit more, and I don't know, it just feels a little bit firmer and more rigid in the back here. Gives you a little bit more of a better lockdown in that heel area, so that is a welcomed improvement for me. When I was looking at the changes between this model, I had a look on the Nike website, and interestingly online it says it's got a higher stack height than before, and more Zoom X in that midsole, which to me seems a little bit odd. It feels very, very similar to the version 1. So I'm not sure if that is necessarily true. It says it gives you more of a bounce and more responsiveness. I would say from my findings it was exactly the same as the first model. So maybe there is more foam in there, but I wouldn't say there's enough for it to be noticeable. So yeah, they're the main changes between this version and the version 1. Moving on to my first impressions, as I said, feels exactly the same as the version 1, which isn't a bad thing. I think this was a great shoe from Nike that they brought out last year, and this model is just a bit more of a refined version. If you haven't run in the Invincible, it's a really soft, bouncy ride, and it's an absolute gem for protecting the legs, especially over those longer miles. A nice thick wad of Zoom X soft midsole, yeah, really helps prevent all that impact related fatigue us runners experience from pounding the pavement day after day. As you pick up the pace, so the more you put into this shoe, the more it sort of gives you in rebound and energy return. So that's something to note. You can do some faster stuff in it if you want to, maybe some tempo stuff or intervals, but it wouldn't be my go-to shoe for that sort of work necessarily. I would prefer it for my easy to pick up runs, if you like. And finally, who would I recommend this shoe to? Well, I personally would recommend this to anyone who prefers a more maximal cushioned shoe. So maybe that's people who are running high mileage, or you are sort of person who is sustainable to injury from impact related fatigue, so maybe shin splints. Dare I say it, older runners. I feel like this is going to be a really good shoe for, yeah, the older population. Is definitely going to be a shoe that prevents injury, and that's what Nike are claiming. Through their testing, they're finding that runners get less injuries when running in this shoe compared to, say, their more standard running shoes. So that's something to note as well. Any questions you have about this shoe or other shoes out there, feel free to drop them in the comments and let me know what shoes you would like to see me review next on the channel. Hopefully got the Alpha Fly 2 in for testing in the next week or so. So yeah, that'll be another video coming soon. I've also got the review of the Asics Sky and the Asics Edge, the comparison video, coming soon as well. So stay tuned for that. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, drop a like, it helps push it to more people. But until next time, aspire to run, run to inspire, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.